Hey there guys, welcome to another video. Today we are racing a M3. Now I'm racing it in this race because I didn't have enough money to soup it up. There it is there. I don't have enough money to soup it up high enough to take on the BMW collection. So we're going to race it in here and hopefully we can get a decent race done. Well, actually I have raced it already. This is going to be the trackside video of how we progressed through the race, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. I really did, because I used to own one of these cars, not the M3, the 316i from 1989. I think mine was actually a 92 model, but pretty much the same car. Obviously the base model that I had, the base model of the fuel injected ones. Right, this one obviously is the M3, which is the performance one, the performance coupe. But well, let's get on to the race and see how we did. Whoops, wait. I forgot to do this. So, without any further ado, let's race. And the race is on. It's a massive field, 20 cars. We right at the back. There we are with our little white M3. And automatic. Straight away we're into 19th position, coming up into the first bend. Oh, that Honda Civic seemed to knock us there. We just about went off the track completely. We keep 19th position though, and we're onto the back of the Honda Civic Type R. It's a very tight field at the moment. I don't know how we're going to work our way through this, because it's really bunched up. The car looking okay right now. No bumps and scratches as yet. Still in 19th position. Trying to get used to how this car runs, how it takes corners, how it accelerates and brakes. It's pretty much base at the moment. All that we were able to do with it was put on the performance chip and a air cleaner. The rest of it was pretty much stock standard. So, besides obviously for our paint job that we put on it. But we're up into 18th position, fighting through the field as best we can. And ahead of us is Mueller in the Mitsubishi Lancer. And we take him on the inside. Now we're on the back of Sexton, the red M3 driver, same car as ours, just obviously the different colour. We've got the inside line coming through the turns, and we move out to the outside, trying to get those extra positions. Oh, got into the side of Kraus there in the Alpha. Lost a couple of spaces there. Back down to 14th. Side by side next to Kraus. But we take him. And now we're on the back of the Nissan Silvia S14. Side by side. We overtake the black Volkswagen. One of us on either side, and we are off. We're off the track. Whether penalties will be received here or not, I don't know, because we did not make any positions there. '12th position now, and Gonzalez ahead of us in the Subaru BRZ. That's a great overtaking there. We're now into 9th position. Oh, on the brakes and back into 11th, back into 10th, around the bend, and back into 11th, back into the position behind the Toyota. Is that a Toyota or is it a Peugeot? I can't see at the moment. It's a Peugeot 208, but we take him again back into 10th position. It's a ding-dong battle in the middle of the field. Lots and lots of cars all over the place, jostling for position. We seem to be holding our own at this point in time. Next to the BRZ of Gonzalez, we take him and we get the better of Lesage again as well in the Honda Civic. Here we go, round the bend, slow corner that, and onto the power. Now we've got a massive Toyota pickup in front of us, and the Honda Integra of Wolf. All the cars seeming to be quite closely matched in performance, which is exactly what you want in these types of races. It's not a race if you are left way behind, or if you are on the opposite end of the scale and just blasting ahead of everybody. Gonzalez making a move on us here. He's looking very quick in the BRZ. Onto the brakes and into the left-hander, a little bit wide, and we lose 8th position. Gonzalez is through in the BRZ, but we've got the inside line. We take it back and we're onto the back of the Integra and the Toyota pickup, and into 7th. Now we've got to take on that beast of a what is it, a Toyota Tacoma, I think it is. Gonzalez also trying to capitalize on the aerodynamics of his car and the lack of them on that on that pickup. Into the bend, a little bit wide, leaving the gap open for Gonzalez. He's fighting hard. He wants 6th position, but we're not going to give it up very easily. The goal is to get to the front, not to let people by. At 2 minutes 36.866 set by Skinner, the current race leader. That's a quick time, but we get the quickest sector in that last sector, so we are competitive. Hopefully that's a good sign and we can start making up some ground. But that said, the cars get more and more difficult to pass as you get to the front of the field, because obviously the faster cars are up ahead. Another faster sector for us. We're going purple twice in a row, and around the hairpin with Gonzalez closely following. The field's starting to spread out a little bit now. A little tap on the brakes to get that back end out. Getting the nose facing in the right direction, and Gonzalez comes flying through on the inside. What an incredible overtake by Gonzalez. We seem to be caught napping there, or we just didn't get our braking right for the corner. He just capitalized on that like a Jedi, screaming through on the inside there. We've got quite a lot of space between us and Gonzalez now in the BRZ. It's looking like it's going to be a tough fight between us and Gonzalez at this point. Trading positions back and forth. the Integra, the Lancer coming through the turn there. What an absolutely incredible race so far. What a great looking car this is. We're hard on the brakes coming in the bend there, sliding around that corner, trying to maintain as much speed as possible. Gonzalez is up on Martos now in the DeLorean. We don't seem to be closing that gap very quickly on Gonzalez. He, however, seems to be making ground up on Martos, and I'm sure he'll be past the DeLorean anytime soon. Look at that, right on his bumper. However, we have caught up some ground there through those turns. I think Martos is slowing Gonzalez down. A bit too late on the braking there, and we lost some valuable real estate between us and Gonzalez. 0.419 seconds off the pace in that sector. We've got two Ferraris ahead of us now as well. Gonzalez is through. He's taken Martos, and now it's our turn to try to take that DeLorean and keep the fight going with Gonzalez. Onto the brakes. The DeLorean in our sights. Martos looking like he's feeling the pressure. Gonzalez stretching out a lead on that DeLorean now, which is putting a little bit more pressure on us for this race. But we're right in the slipstream of Martos. We take the outside, two wheels on the grass, and we get the pass done into the bend, and we take it wide back on the track. That was quite a dodgy overtake, but we managed to hold it without spinning the car out, which is always a good sign. The car seemed to be holding the road pretty okay right now. Round the bend into the final straight, or the start-finish straight I should say, and we're back behind Gonzalez, although we've got a bit of ground to make up in order to carry on our fight with him. Rossi in front of him in the old school Ferrari. Oh, and we're off the track. We're off the track. Not the greatest of turns, taking it a bit late. Momentum pulls us off the track. Rossi feeling the pressure now with Gonzalez right behind. We come flying through, trying to make up that lost space. Big gap between us and the DeLorean right now, as Gonzalez is all over the back of Rossi's Ferrari. A great turn by us there, making up a lot of ground. Rossi definitely slowing down, and we're through. We're in front of Gonzalez. We're on the back of Rossi now. Gonzalez obviously being held up by the Ferrari, and we're through the middle, through the inside, in front of Rossi. Rossi holding up Gonzalez, and we take the right-hander, but Gonzalez is through on the same corner. Gonzalez is not going away. Cock in front of us now. Oh, a very, very bad take on that corner, and Gonzalez is right next to us. It's door to door, but we have the acceleration on him. Somehow we get the better of him on that straight. Keep the hill. Keep the hill in front. He's got the inside line though. Hard on the brakes. He has to evade. Left-hander. Gonzalez on the outside, trying to get the faster line. He's going to try to undercut. Will he get the undercut done? He's right on our tail. It's a very tight race, but Gonzalez looking like he's going to trying to take the inside on the bend. Rossi challenging Gonzalez now. The two of them, their attention on each other right now. We seem to get a little bit of breathing space. For how long, I don't know. But Koch in the 308 Ferrari coming under pressure now, or soon to be coming under pressure by us in the BMW M3. We're on the final straight. Gonzalez hunting us down. We're trying to get the better of that Ferrari up front. It's all about the braking. It's all about the braking now, and whether we can keep this car, keep the car's momentum going through the bends. Koch should be getting worried right now. The BMW right in his rear view. He's got a BMW on his left hand side. He holds the line, but in the next corner we get third position. Gonzalez now has to deal with trying to get past the Ferrari, and while they're battling each other, that should ease the pressure on us for a little bit. As we set our sights on Glover in the Toyota GR86. You can see Gonzalez there very close on the back of that Ferrari. Somehow I don't think he's going to be going away very quickly. I think he'll pass that Ferrari and be right on us sooner rather than later. But the BMW really performing well at this point in time. Oh, I say that, and we're off the track. Koch right through, and Gonzalez is back on us. A little lapse in the concentration, and it's all up in the air again. We're on the back of the Ferrari, looking to take that third position back. Koch under pressure. Side by side coming up to the bend. We've got the outside line. Koch on the brakes first, and somehow we hold the bend from the outside position at that high speed. Now Glover in the Toyota GR86 right in front of the BMW, Ferrari following, and the Subaru right behind that. Onto the start-finish straight, and we seem to be in the slipstream of Glover's GR86. Regaining. Oh, the BMW sliding its tail out. We get the position. We get second place. Glover behind us. The only person ahead of us now is Skinner, with the fastest lap of 2 minutes 34.155. We've got a couple of faster sectors under our belt, but consistently we haven't kept all of them. So the fastest lap still being claimed by Skinner. Glover behind us. The BMW nice and neat over the curb. The GR86, definitely a car to be worried about. It's nicely balanced throughout the entire race. Good straight line speed, good handling, a decent amount of power. It's a total package. So staying ahead of it is definitely going to be a difficult task. Whoa, the BMW sliding through the bend at its absolute handling limit. having to touch on the brakes there to avoid going off track. And that foot is planted right against the floorboards. The BMW making some great strides here. The gap between us and Glover seeming to increase here. Up the high speed bend, onto the brakes, into the left right, and on the gradual right hander down into the start finish straight. Glover way behind us now. I'm not sure what's happened to the GR86, but it looks like we are gaining on Skinner. A very quick turn. The BMW stays on the road. Skinner up ahead in the Subaru 22B STI. It's the battle of the all-wheel drive Subaru versus the rear-wheel drive BMW M3. This should be a fight to watch. Right on the back of the Subaru at this point in time. Take the inside line. A slight bump onto Skinner, and we're in the lead. On lap number 8 of 15, we take the lead from Skinner. He still holds the quickest lap. Up we come to the hairpin. The Subaru looking like it's gaining on us. Round the turn. Skinner all over our rear end. And he's got the inside line here. Onto the brakes. The Subaru right on our tail, and he's coming down the inside. It's door to door, round the bend. Skinner takes the lead. Whoa, what a battle so far. The battle for first between the BMW and the Subaru. The Subaru on the inside line. We get the outside. Back into first. Switching positions. Subaru now on the inside. Round the S bend. And onto the start finish straight. Skinner looking for the slipstream. And he's coming past. He's trying to come past on the inside. Will he take us on that inside turn? He seems to think better of it, but we run wide. He backs off. We keep the lead, but the Subaru is absolutely on it. What a battle. The rear-wheel drive BMW really having to work hard here today. That said, the Subaru has got a big fight on its hands too. Oh, we've gone wide. Skinner is back into first position. The lead changes once again. Into the hairpin. The Subaru stays ahead. Both cars at their rev limit coming through the turn there. On the brakes. It's definitely not over. The BMW is still in this. No doubt about that. He's in the slipstream. He seems to like to take this turn from the wide angle, and he's in the inside. He cuts in on the inside, and can he take the Subaru? Both on the brakes. The BMW trying to go through the inside. The Subaru blocks his way, shuts him out, and they're on to the start-finish straight again for the start of lap number 10. It's a close battle. See those noses dipping down as the drivers climb on the brakes. And we've got back markers. McVagger in position number 2 in the BMW. That's us. Right on the back of the Subaru. The Subaru getting held up by the Alpha. And McVagger takes it. McVagger takes the initiative, takes the chance, takes the opportunity, and he's back in the lead. Skinner through as well, not wanting to give up on that first position. He's had a couple of laps in first position. He knows he can win, as does the BMW. This could go either way. It depends on mistakes that may happen coming up. Here we go, through the turns, onto the hairpin. The BMW really wide. Skinner's through again. The BMW going too wide, losing momentum, but he's back on it. He's in the inside line. Side by side, door to door. And the BMW screams back into first position. The 22B back through again as the BMW goes wide and off the track. Oh my word, what a fight. They're both drivers pushing it to the limit. Skinner seeming to be a lot cleaner with his driving. The BMW seeming to be making all of the mistakes, but capable of getting back into the fight, and he drifts it through the turn right up next to the Subaru now. The BMW braking later takes the lead, but he's too hot into the corner, onto the grass. The Subaru comes back through again. Another change of lead. This is incredible. A big gap now between the two cars. Skinner way ahead. Can the BMW catch up? Somehow, I think that is inevitable. The gap seems to be closing for sure. The 22B Subaru M3 BMW. The two cars locked in battle. The BMW up the inside, trying to keep away from the Subaru. who out accelerates the BMW up into the next right-hander and into the hairpin, and the BMW takes the inside line back into the lead. The Subaru comes back into first, BMW chasing again. They're on it. They're on the gas from start to finish. There's no let up on the intensity in this race whatsoever. .234.155, still the time to beat. Skinner still the holder of the quickest lap, but the BMW through the inside again, and the Subaru takes the lead back on the outside into the S-bends. They are absolutely glued together. What a race by the BMW and the Subaru. Here we are again, down the start-finish straight. McVagger takes the inside this time. The car drifting around the bend. Skinner backs off. He's into second. And the BMW takes the lead back. But the Subaru in the inside line fights back, trying to get that lead back. Very neat turns by the BMW, holding the Subaru at bay. Hugging the curbs. And there's another back marker now. There's another back marker that is going to throw a spanner in the works here if these two competitors can't get past clean. Massive Toyota Tacoma, getting the blue flags waved at him, saying let the quicker cars past. The BMW's through. The Subaru getting held up. Skinner not going to be happy with that. He's still behind the big pickup, while the BMW is getting away. His blue flag still being waved all over the show, telling that Tacoma to get out of the way and let the race leaders battle it out. But at this point in time, the BMW has got a big lead because of that delay caused to Skinner by the Toyota Tacoma. The BMW all out on his own. My word. What a battle in those few laps. And Skinner's passed. Skinner's got past the Toyota Tacoma. Eventually, he must have moved over to let the Subaru through. But Skinner now quite far behind. And he's gone. It looks like Skinner's gone into the pits. And that puts Glover into second position in the Toyota GR86. I'm sure Warren in that Toyota Tacoma is going to have some kind of repercussions from the race judges after holding up the race leaders, or one of the race leaders. There's a best sector for the BMW. Gonzalez now sets the quickest lap at a 2:33.318, He's now in third position. Also in the Subaru, but he's in the Subaru BRZ. That's going to be a battle between Glover and Gonzalez. Glover in the GR86 and Gonzalez in the Subaru BRZ. Oh! The BMW, we lost it in that corner. Glover now with an opportunity to close the gap after that mistake. Coming up to some back markers now too. Blue flags being waved. And we're off. We're off the track. That is not going to help the gap between us and Glover, who is now going to be challenging in the GR86 for the first position in this race. Can we hold them off? Blue flags being waved at Montanari. What? Montanari, his name is. Montanari. Overtaken now by the BMW. And it's a clear road on the start-finish straight for Glover to get past the Toyota. We're in the lead in the BMW. Glover in second, Gonzalez in third, Skinner in fourth, Koch in fifth, Rossi in sixth, Mueller in seventh, and Martos in eighth. The BMW really performing well here today, but despite some dodgy moments, still in first position. Glover seeming to be battling to close the gap between us and them and himself. A slower turn there though by the BMW, and Gonzalez is on the top of Glover, right on the back of Glover. It's a Toyota GR86 and the Subaru BRZ, two almost identical cars besides for engines and gearboxes, etc. And we did seem to have a big battle with Gonzalez earlier on in this race. So are we due for the same towards the tail end of this 15 lap race? We're on lap 14 right now. Slightly more than a lap to go, and we're being reeled in by the Toyota and the Subaru. Around the turn we go, using every inch of track. At the 100 mark, onto the brakes, into the S-bend, right, left, and then right again onto the start-finish straight. And those two competitors, Glover and Gonzalez, have closed the gap on us. Lots of back markers ahead, getting the blue flag waved at them to say that the race leaders are coming up on them. Here we go. Sliding that BMW around the bend. The Honda Civic ahead of us. We need to get past that. We can already see the other cars creeping up on us. We get around the outside. Will the others get held up, or will they get past? Looks like they are both through. We are 0.5 of a second behind the sector top time. Here comes the BMW, then the GR86, then the BRZ Subaru. BMW coming up onto the next of the back markers. On the final lap, the Honda Civic holding us up, Amico holding up the BMW, but it looks like Glover has been held up too. Lazar's in front of us now in the Honda Civic. We get past him. We take it wide, and they're coming to the apex. And now we've got a long straight. But the Toyota's got past. Gonzalez seemed to have a little bit more trouble, but he eventually does get past the Honda Civic. We're past the Volkswagen GTI into the S-bend for the final time. McGregor flashing his lights. He thinks he's got this in the bag. Not much the others can do right now. And here he comes, the blue flag being waved, but McGregor takes the win in the BMW M3. What a fight! What a fight at the top end of this race. Skinner and us doing an absolute battle through the middle section of that race. If it weren't for Skinner going in for a pit stop, where would that race have ended? My word, what a great race. So entertaining. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I absolutely loved it.